like a 20-second delay, just so you know. So if somebody says hi or something, we won't see it till 20 seconds later about. So, okay, it looks like we are on. Hi, everybody. I don't know if you can see me. I'm gonna go on my group and see. Actually, I'm gonna do it in my phone. Okay, there we are. Okay. I'm just going to open this on my phone to see if we are showing up live on my group. Yes, we are. I am, at least. I don't see you.
Uh-oh.
Hello, everybody. Want to introduce you. My phone is kind of like not doing. Look, this is what it's showing me. And I'm kind of frozen in there, so we'll see what happens. Okay, I wanted to come here today and introduce you guys to Patti. Patti is, she took my dream weaving school course this past few months. I called it Dream Weaving University now because I switched it. I switched some stuff. I added some stuff as well. So I just wanted to introduce you to Patti. I just want to make sure that this is going through because for some reason it's still not showing you. Maybe when you speak. So say hello, Patti.
Hello.
Okay. Still don't see you. Let me see. Okay. Just want to make sure that people can see us, especially you. Because what's the point of just me being here? Okay. All right, there you are. Okay, we can see you.
Yay!
Yay! All right, my phone for some reason is very slow, so like we're both kind of frozen on my phone, but here we're okay. All right, so I wanted to introduce you to Patti. As I said before, she just finished my course of dream weaving school, and just wanted to tell you a little bit about her. Actually, she's going to tell you about her, about where she was when she came and like her journey through it. So go ahead, you can say whatever you want.
All right. So prior to coming to Valeria, I knew and I had experienced some healings with some other healers. And then I think the first healing that I had, oh no, I joined in the free offerings that Valeria offered in the evenings. Yes.
Oh, I met you there, remember?
Yes.
Yes.
I had very positive results from those and results that were lasting even, and that was exciting. So that's where I started. I knew at that point already that I had gifts and that I had purpose connected to those gifts. I didn't have much clarity. And that's what I was hoping to gain. I wanted to know more specifically about my gifts and how I could use those to help others and further develop those gifts and, like I said, use them. So that's where I started. I knew that I needed support. And somehow I also knew when I was participating in the healings, I knew that Valeria's energy was compatible with mine. I never questioned that. And so that was my knowing already telling me that this was the path. And so that's where I started.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to pinch in there a little bit because I've worked with several healers as well, and that's a really important part, whether your energy matches the person that you're working with. Because it's not really about what they're saying or what is written on the thing. It's really more about the energy and how compatible you are. And when I first started, it was kind of like that. Like I had no idea what the course that was being offered to me was going to do for me, but I just knew that I needed to do it. And then when I worked with somebody else, it was like, I just knew I had to work with this person, and it didn't matter what it was or how much it was. I just had to do it, and I just signed up and did it. So it's that connection energetically. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up. So okay, and then from there, I remember um, I remember at the beginning where you were asking, or you were saying that you weren't sure what you could do. And then we would meet, and you would tell me what would happen, and I would be like, that's it. Like that's your gift, or you are doing it. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Sure. So I've always been a manifester. Um, and I think I knew that. I didn't realize until someone else put it into words that that's what I was doing. I can remember as far back as being a child and manifesting things, and just being in awe of, oh, I thought about that happening and then it just happened. Um, and now, um, now I know when I manifest most of the time, because I do it with intention. Um, and it's fun to see how those things come together. And and practicing is fun. So yes, I can manifest with intention. My knowing is much more. Um, I I've spent the last day um, getting back to my plants, because my plants have been putting into my knowing what exactly they need. And some of them needed water, some of them needed extra care, some of them needed the soil stirred a little bit. And that's been coming to me the last couple of days, that they were needing my attention. Um, what else?
You
Oh,
were saying that one of your gifts was plants medicine and also animal, right?
yes. And that's, I think it always has been, but
Mm-hmm.
like the last month, I've noticed those messages coming in that, oh, be sure to look at this plant, or don't forget about this one. It's in the window that doesn't get a lot of light, and it needs to be moved. So yes, that's fairly new to my knowing. Um, and just messages in general coming to me about, oh, check on this, or your daughter might need this, or ask her about this,
Mm-hmm.
um, or wait for her to tell you about this situation. Um, and
Uh,
um, it's interesting to see these unfold, because when it comes to my knowing, when it's presented to me, it just makes sense, and I realize that I've always known that, if that makes sense.
mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
just has become more clear.
Yeah, it's being connected, right? Being connected to your higher self or to your guides, and listening and then acting upon it, and then having that feeling of, you know, they got my back, so to speak. Like the universe has my back. So it's a beautiful feeling. What was I going to ask you? Oh, I know. I was going to say, I remember one time that you were telling me about going to work and manifesting how you wanted your day to go, to unfold, and what kind of things you wanted to happen there. And you were just manifesting this as you were going to work. And then once you got there, everything that you were thinking about and asking happened. And how amazing it is, the power that we have as manifestors to be able to do that. But you're a master manifestor. Like you can like think about it on the way to work and you get there and it's done. It's like, do you think that this would be something that you'll be able to teach as well? How to do that?
I do.
Do you have any tips for us? Mm-hmm.
So in my experience, my manifesting has to do with my intention, putting my intention and expectation into the universe. And for me, it works better if I speak it. Since I've been speaking my intentions into the world on my way to work every day, my days are easier, I would say, meaning I don't have as much conflict at work. I don't have as much I don't take on other people's energy if their energy is lower than mine. I set that intention on my way to work as well. And I have just better interactions throughout my workday. So first of all, I would say intention behind your manifesting. If it's a positive intention. And I have also found that as I've practiced manifesting, that my voice is stronger when I put out my intentions into the world. So for me, I needed to practice using my voice of knowing who I am and what my gifts are. Those are the two most important for me, by far.
That's awesome. And that's so important because a lot of times we think about, just think of what we want to manifest, or we might want to make a board and draw it or write about it. But the spoken word is so powerful in terms of actually having the universe hear you. And I've been doing my chants in the mornings, and I do like sometimes if I hear like somebody come over, I like shut it down. Like I make it like slow, like smaller, my voice smaller. And then I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what am I telling the universe, right? So like you really need to speak it out. And so being in the car by yourself, especially if you're just starting in any of this woo-woo stuff, it's a very safe place to do your manifestations. So currently I'm doing them on my way back from dropping my child at school. So I have that whole ride back to do my chant and my intentions out loud where I feel safe. And then, like right here, I'm in my office bedroom, and I do my work here as well when I feel safe. But it's so important to speak it, and then you're speaking it, and then your ears are hearing it as well. So it's like this double way of sending it out to the universe. So that was a great tip. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Ooh, I've got chills on that one. I found that really early in the journey that Patti was like this master manifestor. Like she wasn't even aware she was doing it. She would tell me things, and then I'll be like, "Wait, you just did that, and it happened." Like did you realize that you're doing this? She's like, "Oh my God!" Like, so this is one of the things about getting the support, because you had this forever, right? But you just never realized it, right?
Right. Yes.
So yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I've been doing it all my life, and at some point I think I knew that I was doing those things, but I didn't have the support of putting that together, knowing that I was responsible for bringing that all together, that I had that gift within me.
Yeah, and then you can play with it, right? It's so nice when you realize what gifts you have, you can play with it and you can create your world around you. I see somebody watching.
Absolutely.
Please say hi so we can say hi to you. Yeah, That's awesome. I mean, I was extremely happy when we discovered this part about you, when we came to the realization, because it's like, wow, like I know a master manifestor. Like, sometimes you see them on the internet and like I have one right here. So if you guys want to learn about this, hi Emily. If you guys want to learn about master manifesting, Patti is the one for you. Thanks for being here. Okay, so now from there, so that's kind of like your journey. And now, where do you see yourself going from here? Like, what did you get from this course?
So I, from this course, gained much more clarity going forward about, first of all, my gifts, how I might use them, and most of all, the support and knowing the different avenues that I can take. They're all there for me. I can choose which ones that I want to take and explore those, see if they're for me, or put them down and pick up some different ones that I have. So going forward, I am going back. I'm returning to pick up being a yoga teacher. It was something that I did a couple years ago, about a year and a half ago. I had my training under me, and I didn't have the confidence to go out and pursue that. I had a little bit of a following, and I did teach for a while. And then I was frustrated, and then things shut down. And so I'm going back to that. I feel very supported there. And I've actually had people asking me about classes. So I'll be returning to that.
That's
And
awesome.
practicing my manifesting. I have plenty of opportunities to do that in my work, things outside of work, in parenting, in life, creating what I want to happen. And I have some other avenues I'm not quite sure about.
Hmm.
Animal healing, using plants in healing, possibly light language.
Yeah, you're one of the first, my first clients to try my light language, and definitely you're activated. Um, but it's light language is a little bit scary for people who are not into or know anything about it. So I know that's a little bit different. But yeah, you definitely have that. Also, just just lately, like this past couple of weeks, we had some big other things happening in your gifts, right? Other avenues opening up.
Yes.
Um, so you have energy healing as well that you can incorporate in your things.
Yes. So I didn't realize, but it did come up in one of our healings that um, the place that I work, I interact with a lot of people, and without knowing it, I do offer them healing, and which is nice. One side product of that was that I was taking on their pain and their energy. And so the lesson I've learned from that is that I can set boundaries as well as offering them healings. I can set my own boundaries so that I can help them and yet not take on any pain that's going to last in me. Um, and that's exciting as well, especially with combined with yoga. I can offer that um, to my followers as well.
Yeah, that's like next level, right? Because um, I could see you doing your yoga um, classes which I love yoga, by the way. So I might become one of your followers in there as well. Um, and also seeing the person's energy and feeling where they need to work on, and then helping them in that manner, because you're so connected now uh, with your guides giving you those answers, right? That's kind of how I see you incorporating it, like not just the yoga teacher, but like, like a complete healing experience.
That's interesting. So another thing that's come to me in the last week is that when I meet people, that I just know that their energy is good and is compatible. Like in my head, I just wish them well or wish them a good day, and it's something I didn't even realize that I was doing. But I do that just automatically at the grocery store or at the gym or when I'm driving by someone. Um, I drive by the same people every day on the way to work at the same time, and it's funny because I'll see them maybe a few like a mile from where I usually see them, and I'm like, oh, you must be running late or something happened, and so then I wish them, I set out an intention for them, um, which is I don't know if that's a gift um, or if it's more energy related. Um, but that's something that's come up in the last week and a half.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You can do that, and you are doing that, and I've noticed myself doing that as well. Like I was driving, and somebody, I don't know, somebody was annoyed at somebody driving, and they were, doing those things when they're like just driving erratically, and I was like, oh, that poor person, love them light, and just sending it to them, and without closing my eyes if I'm driving, by the way, but yeah, that's kind of like how I've seen myself as well, like just seeing the strange. Oh, when I was at the pool this summer, I would see there was this one person that would come, and their back was like all twisted, kind of like with scoliosis. She was an older lady, and I was like, oh, sending love and to realign their meridians. I know they haven't asked me for it, but I was like, okay, just whatever that person will accept at this moment. And I asked them telepathically, and then I'll just send it. And I didn't have the confidence to go up to them and say, hey, I'm an energy healer. Would you like me to work on you while we're at the pool? So I didn't do that. But I like sent the message telepathically, or just like as a thought, like, would you accept this? And then send some healing their way. Um, so yeah, that's that's very, very nice. That's how we start to touch and change the world around us. Beautiful. Yeah. Anything else you want to add or say or share? Anything?
Um, so I can also manifest people into place similarly, and I haven't figured out, it hasn't come to my knowing yet, um, why I do some of the things that I do when I
Mm,
manifest people. Because sometimes or often it's people that I manifest into place that I don't even know. I don't know my connection to them. My husband and I were returning from a date, and we drove past the gym that we go to, and I thought of a person that I used to see there. I didn't really have any interactions with him other than he was one of the people that I would wish a good day to, like in my head, because
mhm,
I actually don't like to talk to people when I go to the gym. I like my own space. Um, but I could tell that his energy was good, and so in my head, I would wish him a good day. Um, anyway, so we had driven past the gym, and I thought, oh, I haven't seen him in a while. I wonder how he's doing. And then my husband decided we need to stop for fuel. And so we stopped at a place we have never been to get fuel. And we saw him. We saw the person that I knew from the gym. And it was crazy because within 5 minutes, I saw him and I could see, oh, he's doing well. He's still doing his work. And it was just really interesting how fast I can do that. And I still don't
Wow.
know my connection to him, but I could
Mm-hmm.
manifest into place.
That's awesome. Yeah, you could ask your guides in meditation to give you some clarity on that if you want. If you wanted to know more about your connection. And then what else? You told me something else that happened about someone who told you some news and you already knew about it, like 2 weeks ago or something.
Yes. Yes, I have someone I used to work with that I stay connected with, and she announced her engagement recently. And when she announced it, I thought, oh, yeah, yeah, I knew that um, because I had actually had a dream about it a couple weeks prior to that. And so it didn't come as a surprise to me at all that she announced because, yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
So did you want to tell us a little bit more about your dream when you dreamt about that? How did that dream differ from a dream that was just, not telling you or some news or some connection? Like how did that? Is there a difference between that dream that you had that told you, oh, she's getting engaged or she's getting engaged, and one that is just a dream?
Um, I'm not sure, other
Mm-hmm.
than I've had lots of similar dreams to those before, and somehow my head files those away and saves them. It's not something I necessarily remember right away when I
Mm-hmm.
have that dream, other than I know that I've had that dream. And
Uh-huh.
when I need to recall it, I can. I usually can't recall it, immediately after I've had it. I mean, I didn't wake up and think, oh, yeah, she's engaged.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that connects later for me. I do have a lot of dreams, and they're very vivid, and sometimes I can make a connection in them. A lot of times it is a later connection for me.
That's very interesting. Um, because when it comes together like that, it's kind of like the full circle, right? Like I had the dream and then these events happen and then it's revealed to you like, hey, we showed you that before and there's your circle of making
Yes.
that connection. So that's beautiful. Um, when I have dreams that are telling, they're like really vivid. Like I remember everything about it, and I like that same when I wake up or like that same morning. And the other dreams, I don't really remember much of them. So for me, it's different when I have those telling dreams. Um, but yeah, so that's really nice to see that full circle and being able to put it together in like real life, right?
Yes.
That's amazing. So, Patty in the future is going to be coming live on this group as well and sharing some of her insights whenever she's ready for that. Just letting you guys know. And where else can people find you? Like, do you have your group for where you're doing your yoga class? Like, where can people find you for that?
Yes. So I have a page, and it's just called Patty Peterson Yoga right now. And that's where I will be offering some online meditations. I'll be offering just life lessons, messages that come to me, and my knowing tells me to share. I'll be sharing those. and also just reminders of how much we need nature and how much nature supports us. I've really felt that lately.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll be sharing some of those as well. Lots of insights that I get from being out in nature. And for those people who are local to me, we're making a point, my daughter and I, to find little spots for hiking and meditating. And so we'll share some of those special spots that we find so that others can enjoy them as well. And whatever else pops into my knowing and um, my offerings will grow from there.
Awesome. Yeah. Making those groups and going, like for the hiking, it just always feels the energy is so much stronger when we do things in groups, isn't it?
Yeah.
When I was doing my automatic writing, it was like that was the message that kept coming. It's like, you know, there's strength in numbers, there's strength in numbers. And that's why I was guided to do that automatic writing container because what I was hearing was do it together, do it at the same time, practice it together. And then like it just felt like the gates would just open. So I was receiving that vision as you were talking about you connecting with the community and going and doing these things together as a group. Um, that's going to be like a really integral part of your journey in expanding and in sharing your gifts because it's just going to be much stronger. So that's nice. Beautiful. You can also drop your link in here in the comments after the live. So if people want to join your page, like your page, so that they can follow you as well. Yeah. Anything else? Or are we good?
I think I think that's all for now.
Yeah, that's all for now, folks. You're gonna have to tune in later and find out more. I can't wait for you to share more about how you're doing and all of your gifts, sharing your gifts with the world. Um, and I really hope that you enjoyed Patty's energy. I know I do. I enjoy it so much. And if you feel called, please join, like the video, and let us know what you thought about it. And if you catch this on the replay, Patty gave some really good tips about how she does manifesting, how because she's a master manifester. So you be sure to look at that to get those tips because they were really, really good. Okay. So thank you, Emily, for being here. Thank you, Patty.
Thank you for inviting me. I look forward to sharing more.
Yes, thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow night.
Yes. Have a good day.
You too. Bye. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.